Okay, so first day's over. Now, moving on to the second day. So, I got some smokers in there, and it's cool. It's cool. It keeps activity going on in the cell, keeps something moving. Because when you're in prison, there's a whole lot of boring, a lot of boring, a lot of boring, a lot of boring. And as things progress, you start to just pay attention and see everything and start noticing everything because you've had such little stimulus that you start to notice just things you didn't think you'd notice before and be able to pick up on it. And I can read people kind of well, and I do pay attention to a lot of things, so it just made it even more intensified for me. But one thing that was interesting was making fire in prison. That's a kind of a never really discussed topic. I think that people talk about, and it's cool because I mean, think about it. You're using absolutely just bare essentials and just scavenging what you can to just make this shit. So the way that they made fire, because to smoke meth, you have to heat it up in a glass and then, or heat up on a substance and then get it from the crystal to become smoke. You have to heat it up. So they heat it up. I'm not a chemist, so whoever's out there and you're listening, you're gonna pick it apart. Fine, I don't care. The point is that you had to have fire. So to get the fire, though, we did have electrical sockets in our cells. There was 4 for each bunk set. So, and they had it was GFCI, so you could reset it at the breaker if it broke there. Funny thing is, though, and this is going to come into play later on, is that the way the cells are wired up, if you blew the power, you and the cell underneath you lost your power for that day until Core Civic came in and reset that breaker. And that was either at 7 or 9 in the morning or 7 or 9 at night, and that was if they even came in to do it. So if you had a TV, if you had appliances, you had hot pot, you had whatever, you couldn't use it because fucking crackheads knocked power out. So you had to do it. You had to do it good. You had to know what you're doing. So they would make the fire. One of the common ways was you deconstruct one of the fans and you take the wiring out and you short circuit the wires and you peel off cotton. You source cotton from whatever you can. The best way I found to do it was get Q-tips, and I'd use this stuff called hair food, which is a grease. And then you just did a little bit of grease into the cotton of the Q-tip. You pull the cotton apart, you fray it out, and you get your kindling from that. And then you would spark it, and the spark would catch onto the cotton and ignite it. And you would make a wick by taking toilet paper and rolling it in long strands and make wicks. That's what they're called, wicks. And they'd hold the flame. Some people got crafty and were able to make candles out of baby oil. The natives, whenever they had their ceremonies, they would get wax candles. So we had wax candles for a little bit, doing that. You could recycle the wax by just melting it down and reusing it whenever you'd melt it down. So making fire was something cool. It was something fun to do. It's shit to do. So I didn't smoke, but whenever we got into it, or whenever we didn't get into it, whenever they were doing stuff, and they needed fire one time, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll give it a shot. So I went ahead, and they're like, oh, bro, look, man, he's already turning into us, bro. He's gonna be one of us. And so I get down to it, and I have some electrical knowledge, so I do it, and I spark it, get it first try, and they're like, oh, dude, you got the touch, man, you can do it. And it's a skill. Making fire in prison is a skill. So every little thing you can do, there's some way to make a hustle out of it, and they find it in there. So making that fire it's tricky. If you do it wrong, you're gonna blow the circuit. So I'm asleep, and there's about 2 or 3 days in, and all of a sudden I'm asleep, and it's like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I hear a huge just blow, just pow. What the Bunky just down below me just blew the circuit, blew the breaker. And underneath us, all of a sudden you hear, what the fuck? Dudes below us have a CPAP machine. Dude below us, the trans person, one of their relations somehow was well connected into the prison system through the administration system. So they get shit done. So we were... Big time problem just happened. Holy shit. They start freaking out. They are freaking out. They are like cockroaches when the lights come on. They are scattering. They're trying to figure out. They all go to their bunks, lay down and sit down, and they're terrified. And I'm just laying in my bed just like, man, what the fuck just happened? The dude from fucking Prison Nightmares, I swear to God, comes up to our door, knocks on it. Who the fuck blew the power? Call this dude Big S. Dude was probably 6'3", probably 240 pounds, fucking just ripped. Trans dude was his punk. And they were pissed. Oh my God, prison's getting live, brother. It was fucking great. I was just like, this is worse. This is better than TV. Holy shit. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. They get our door popped open. He's like, who the fuck did this? All y'all right now. I don't give a shit. What the fuck? We know y'all up here doing this shit. All right, now you're fucking with our shit. All right, we got a bang. I'm fucking everybody in this fucking cell up. So everybody starts getting up out of their bunks. I'm like, God damn. I put my clothes on, shoes on. I'm like, man, I ain't do nothing. I'm about to get my ass whooped for this shit. I'm just sitting there. I'm just looking around, and none of my cellies are taking up for it. None of them are saying shit. And I'm just thinking like, God damn, man, I fucking hate the world. This is some bullshit. And then dude is just yelling and yelling and yelling. And I can't get your fucking shit together, bro. What the fuck are y'all doing? Goddamn tweakers. And the trans dude calms him down. He's like, Big ass, it's not worth it. Dude has gloves on. He had boots on. He was ready to fuck all of us up. And by the grace of God, I don't know what it was. Something came over him and he was just like, y'all are lucky. And then just left us. And then it just simmered down from there. And then we went to Chow. So Chow also, moving on, I know jumping subjects. Chow is another subject. So in RDU, they serve Chow at 3, they start serving it at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. So they start bringing trays around 3:30. You wake up, you gotta go get your tray, come back, eat, go back to sleep. Noon, or 11's when they start serving lunch. 3 o'clock's dinner. Till 3 o'clock in the morning the next day, you don't have any food. Not at RDU. But once you get to your camp, though, when everybody starts settling in and everything, then you got more food and you got more options. But then we went to Chow. After that whole ordeal, came back. Of course, Civic came because old Tran J had connections and got that shit fixed right quick because he had that CPAP machine. They had their electronics. They had their whole setup going, and they got us fixed again. And after that, I was just like, I ain't touching the fire. I ain't touching the fire now. Hell no. I'm stay away from that. That is just nothing but trouble. Everything in prison's gonna get you in trouble somehow, and just learning how to navigate and go through the ways. So that was the next couple of days, first couple of days in prison. I mean, we're not even a week into this shit, ladies and gentlemen. This stuff just never stops.